Oh God, when everything is spiraling out of control, when only 10 people have turned up to your key speech, when you decide to accidentally post pictures, look at this, of your husband having an argument with the nanny on your wedding day, then what more is there to do than yet another disastrous advertising post making zero sense, but showing that you are, these days, pretty damn crazy. Yes, this was Meghan's flood the zone strategy. Shop the complete as ever pantry. Should we take a look? Yeah, let's watch the video. Oh, God. Oh, God, of course that isn't the pantry at her Taco Bell kitchen, which you're going to be talking about in just one moment. But it is Meghan looking ever so luscious, isn't it? Paula Frolic of Paula Frolic Uncensored with now. Paula, of course, this new video.
Just when you thought the British monarchy had reached its maximum capacity for awkward family dinners and passive-aggressive book releases, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, decided to drop an absolute nuclear warhead of a photograph on social media.
Video follows the last week relaunch of that creepily seductive and oddly sexual Was Never promo. And Paula, I just want to know, what is the strategy here? What is going on?
Honestly, Dan, nobody knows, and I don't think Meghan knows.
No, that's the problem.
She's literally trying to sell herself as the product, and frankly, it's not working. And I'm almost starting to feel kind of bad for her at this point. And I do stress the word almost.
Almost.
But you are correct. Sitting there, leaning back against a window and like touching herself. It was a scene I never needed to see. But there we go. And you are correct. That is also not her kitchen. It kind of resembles the kitchen that she filmed her show With Love Meghan in, which also had white backboards, whereas her kitchen is...
We are talking about a newly released, behind-the-scenes anniversary picture that features Prince Harry seemingly locked in a fierce verbal showdown with none other than Prince William and Catherine's long-term super nanny, Maria Barolo. Oh yes, you heard that correctly.
Looks nothing like this.
No, it's the Taco Bell kitchen. And I do want to get to that, Paula, in just one moment, because the kitchen itself is prompting quite a lot of debate about actually what it means in regards to where Meghan Markle is today. But the problem I feel is that we are just getting now catastrophic error after catastrophic error. I mean, the wedding day pictures, okay, you could argue, well, we're showing a different side. It's sort of a little bit Kardashian-like. I mean, I personally hated it, thought it was really vulgar. But what she didn't realize, Paula, is that she had posted a picture never seen before, which included a very awkward dialogue that Prince Harry was having. This was exposed by, according to Taz, who revealed this was an odd photo to post. Harry looks like he's in a heated exchange with Catherine and Prince William's nanny, Maria. The little children look wary of Harry, so that backs this theory up. I know Charlotte and George were removed from the procession after Harry and Meghan's vows, given how Meghan looked at Charlotte and how she reportedly behaved.
Forget the classic palace feuds you know about. We have graduated to royal on nanny combat. It is chaotic, it is unfiltered, and it has sent the entire institution into an absolute tailspin.
Towards her, I'm not surprised Catherine protected her babies. I'd take a guess this was before the official portraits and Meghan sent Harry to ask for George and Charlotte. It's definitely not a sweet or romantic photo, so makes you wonder the purpose of including it. Harry looks like he's been a jerk and Meghan overseeing her handiwork. Now, we know, Paula, there was a huge amount of tension at that time between the two couples, William and Catherine, and Harry and Meghan, specifically over the use of the children, and specifically Charlotte, really, on the wedding day, because she had been in tears and Meghan had treated her really appallingly. My question to you, though, is do you think this is just another mistake because Meghan isn't actually properly considering what she's doing? A bit like how she was pictured with that Finnish politician who has been accused of racism and sexism. Or, and call me a conspiracy theorist if you want, Paula, but is she wanting to make her husband look bad?
Honestly, Dan, I think the whole thing.
Quick favor, if you are loving this, hit that subscribe button. Over 92% of viewers have not yet. It is free, takes a second, and means the world to us. Thank you if you did. Now back to the show.
It was a big mistake. What she should have done is just put one photo. But unfortunately, we know from Meghan, she really likes to ram the point home with everything. And more is better when actually less is better. You know, it's funny because she does have this minimalist idea about herself, but the amount of photos that she put just made her really look like kind of an insane narcissist. There were a lot of just her. And that one photo that you were just talking about is such a bad mistake. I think I get why you think it is what you think it is, but I think it was just her overlooking it because as you know, just as maniacal as she is or claims to be about details, I think she skipped it. I think she was like, this is me. I think she was only looking at herself.
No, I actually do think there is a strong argument for that because it's happening now across the board.
It's airbrushed from history. It is as if Meghan looked at the royal family tree and decided to hit the delete button. But whilst the internet was busy debating why Prince William looked like a background extra in an amateur dramatic production, the real bombshell was hiding in plain sight.
We see lots of errors being made, and it's because she just doesn't have the staff. She can't afford to pay for the staff. And these mistakes are now happening on a constant basis. I do think what was so interesting, though, about the whole wedding leak is that she's the only one now invading her own privacy, Paula. She is the only one. No other friends or family members had any desire to go back there on the wedding. And Queen Esther actually pointed something out quite beautifully, Paula. I want to show you this. She wrote, "The world respecting Meghan Markle and Harry's privacy. Except Meghan Markle and Harry themselves imagine going from a wedding packed with A-listers to 8 years later and yet not one visible celebrity friend, not one bestie, not one A-lister or family publicly wishing them a happy anniversary. No posts, no flowers, no tributes, just silence. That is one hell of a social decline. They've floated renewing vows in the media, and now I'm wondering if the issue isn't renewing."
We all remember the infamous, never-ending saga of the bridesmaid dresses, a conflict so legendary it deserves its own theatrical adaptation. Rumors have circulated for years that the fitting for Princess Charlotte's dress left people sobbing on the floor. Now, who do you think was in charge of managing the young children and ensuring Princess Charlotte actually made it down the aisle without a wardrobe malfunction? Maria Borrallo. It does not take a rocket scientist to connect the dots here. If there was a massive clash behind the scenes regarding the children, the bridesmaid attire, or royal protocol, the nanny would have been right at the epicenter of the storm. Harry, acting as the ultimate protective husband, clearly decided to intervene, leading to this newly exposed showdown. The fallout from this photo release has been nothing short of spectacular. Prince William has reportedly completely lost his mind over the situation. For William, bringing his children's nanny into the public circus is crossing a major, unforgivable red line. It is one thing for the brothers to trade insults in best-selling memoirs, but dragging the domestic staff into the digital arena is a whole different ballgame. Royal experts are pointing out that this picture exposes a massive, fundamental divide between how Harry and Meghan view the spotlight versus how the rest of the royal family operates. Meghan understands modern celebrity culture on an instinctive level. She knows exactly how to use a raw, unpolished, dramatic photograph to control the narrative and keep the world talking. Harry, on the other hand, often looks like a man who is profoundly conflicted about the entire spectacle, caught between wanting a quiet life and being married to the queen of media strategy. Ultimately, this single photograph has done more to expose the deep-seated fractures within the House of Windsor than a dozen official statements ever could. It proves that the tension we see today did not just appear out of thin air, it was actively simmering under the surface even during what was supposed to be the happiest day of their lives. Whether this photo drop was an innocent mistake or a deliberate, tactical masterpiece by the Duchess to remind everyone of the palace drama, One thing is absolutely certain, the royal family will not be sending an anniversary card anytime soon. Thank you so much for watching Royal Fusion TV, you are absolutely wonderful, and we shall see you in the next video.